All right, folks, this is Member Mission Presents again, and this person is Charlie. Charlie's work here in the Diocese of Massachusetts is to help churches find how to use their facilities in new ways to serve their community. So, Charlie, tell us a couple of stories of what you've done recently.
Well, thank you, Wayne. I'd love to talk a little bit about the work that we've recently done in Cambridge and in Quincy, Massachusetts. In Cambridge, the car wash next to the church was put on the market, and the congregation's initial response was to be concerned and want to block development. But we decided that an alternative way could be looked at, and that was by talking with the developer and thinking about what might be possible that would benefit the community. So our Episcopal City Mission provided a planning grant, and after meeting with the developer, we realized that there was shared interest and shared benefit to combining the car wash with the church's parish hall and more than tripling the size of the development. So that at the end, we're looking at a new development of 50 condominiums in a 4-story structure that will wrap around the church with a beautiful garden in the center. And the church will get a brand new 12,000 square foot parish space, community space. And the building will be built to the highest green standards, less than 2 blocks from a subway stop. And so the idea of the congregation now thinking about how will this space be used up Monday to Saturday? Who are the community groups we can partner with? How can we think about having our congregation fully enmeshed in the life of the neighborhood around us? Another example in Quincy, where there was a rectory that was a big old mansion, lots of deferred maintenance, hard to maintain. And the congregation really thought that the only thing to do with it was tear it down because there seemed to be no use and really no financial way of having that building be restored. Well, again, with a planning grant, the congregation was able to interview nonprofit partners in the neighborhood and come up with a proposal and a plan to convert the building into housing that today houses 9 formerly homeless men living in community. And by finding a good nonprofit partner, the church doesn't manage the day-to-day living, but rather is in community with this new community. And the city liked the idea so much, they contributed $250,000 of city community development block grant funds to make the development possible. And the mayor and the city council love it. They love the size. They love the location. So rather than be a not in my backyard situation, it's please, this is exactly where in our backyard this kind of housing could be built, because with the church as a next door neighbor, it becomes a place that people trust and know that will be cared and looked for. And so it's been a blessing and a rejuvenation for the congregation as well to have an asset go from being an eyesore and something that they're worried about and was really a symbol of a past in decline to now a new and vibrant ministry in a building that looks terrific.
And I can imagine as you're listening, folks, you would love to have Charlie come visit you and do the same for you. Tell me, Charlie, how do you see God at work in what you're doing?
Well, that's a great question. You know, I think that what we try to do is help the members of the congregation understand that they're the missionaries and that our missionary society is there to help and support them, but really to think about what is God doing? How is God moving in this community? And then for me personally, I feel how is God helping me find where God is at work in these other places and help the congregation find ways to engage and find ways to get involved.
How do you find God helping you to do that? Say a little more.
Well, I think it's a twofold process of discernment, of asking good questions, and really letting God speak through the process. That we really have to trust and trust the discernment power of the congregation and see that it's important not to have a preconceived agenda about what are we going to do with an old car wash or what are we going to do with an old rectory, but rather create the space for God to speak through the process to us, to the community, as we evaluate different opportunities, walk around the neighborhood, see what's happening, see where our, if you will, God's hands and heart is needed incarnate in the members of the congregation working on a project directly in the neighborhood where they live.
Thank you, Charlie. Great story. Peace and power be with you. Bye-bye.